Bianca Censori knows how to make an appearance with her questionable fashion sense and eagerness to go nude whenever she feels like. But based on some insiders, it seems like her fashion sense isn't hers, and she may be conforming to the image her husband, Kanye West, is creating for her. Before getting married to the rapper, she was an architect and model with a style of her own that people loved and low-key emulated. But since she got involved with Kanye, many things have changed, and her close friends are revealing their thoughts on the union anonymously. Bianca Censori was born on January 5, 1995 in Melbourne, Australia. She studied architecture and dabbled into fashion after graduation. She already had a knack for design, so it wasn't surprising that she would combine her hobby and skill to become a fashion designer. Bianca ran her own jewelry company for a while, called Nylon's Jewelry, but she shut it down in 2017. She then went on to work as a design consultant at Collective before transferring to DP Toscana Architects, where she interned for 3 years until 2020. In 2020, Bianca Censori moved to Los Angeles and landed a job as an architectural designer at Yeezy, and quickly climbed up the corporate ladder to become the head of architecture at Yeezy. At this point, her life was beginning to change, and she didn't know to what scale until she got involved with Kanye West. In 2022, the iconic Instagram couple Kim and Kanye got a divorce because they were no longer seeing eye to eye on many issues, and we all know how that story goes. The same year, Bianca Censori got married to Kanye West, and that is when people started to notice that things were different and nothing like what Kanye tried to portray. People started to suspect that he was controlling Bianca, and you will find out why soon. Kanye West has always shown controlling behaviors at different points in time, right from his relationship with Kim Kardashian. If you watch Keeping Up with the Kardashians religiously, you would remember in season 7 when Kim made him her stylist and he threw out more than half of her wardrobe. In exchange for throwing out most of her clothes, Kim Kardashian got a new wardrobe from Kanye West, which consisted of clothes that he had picked out for her. Now, while that may have appeared like a romantic gesture, comparing that behavior to the current state of Bianca Censori, you could see how that was controlling. After changing Kim's wardrobe, Kanye said that she could now become best dressed. Did that statement sound like words of affirmation to you? Then you would be wrong, because he's going to root it in Kim's mind that he's the only one that can make her best dressed.
No, because I like natural looking.
I don't.
When you're able to control your partner's outward appearance, you're able to control the narrative about them, especially when they're celebrities. Public figures tend to be judged differently based on how they look, and when you have the chance to determine how they look, one wrong move can ruin their confidence. Now, let's look away from his relationship with Kim for a second and peer into Bianca's life with him. Kanye West's marriage to Bianca wasn't government registered.
I'm married.
Oh, damn.
It was just to show their commitment to each other, and that should have been questionable. If he wants to marry you the same year he's leaving his wife, why isn't he registering the marriage? But none of that mattered to Bianca, as she was just happy to be married to Kanye. A few months into this union, Bianca's style began to change. Her entire wardrobe became similar to somebody who was once in Kanye's life. Let's just name drop Kim. Bianca began to look like Kim Kardashian from how she dressed to her body.
Missed you, yeah? Oh, you missed me. I missed you, yeah?
At some point, people began to point out that she looked different and she may have done plastic surgery. Amidst all these rumors, a girl from her high school in Melbourne went on a podcast and confirmed that Bianca's body indeed looked different, and it didn't seem like what puberty achieved. Of course, Bianca never came forward to debunk whether she got her body done or not, but people definitely had their own ideas. Bianca's fashion sense also evolved the way her body evolved. She went from exploring different shapes of clothes to almost being completely nude in public. During a fashion show, she went out nude with only a silver ensemble and chain link style head covering. Her decision raised eyebrows from her friends, which led them to reveal their fears on the relationship. Some of her friends said that Bianca's nude fashion was like a punishment from Kanye West. During an Australian visit, Bianca had tapped into her own style again and seemed more like herself. While she was at an event with Kanye in Australia, she was friendly with other guests at the party and even flirted with some. And her friend said that Bianca seemed so happy, happier than she had ever been since the relationship started. However, Kanye didn't seem so happy with the fact Bianca was being free around other people. So when they got back to the US, he made her dress nudely as a way to punish her. Kanye West seems to be creating a public image of Bianca having a poor fashion sense and being out of touch with reality. But that's not all. After Bianca was friendly at the event, she had a big fight with Kanye West, whom her friend said likes his women to be sexy, but sexy on his terms. For a while in 2023, Bianca Censori was spotted multiple times dressed nudely while holding a stuffed animal. Her friends said they were scared because if it was a child holding a blanket or toy because they were anxious, they would understand. But seeing a grown woman doing it was out of the question. In reality, Bianca is supposed to be holding Kanye's hand when they're out in public, but that's quite the opposite of what happens. It appears as if Kanye is infantilizing her and making her view herself as a child and capable of thinking for herself. But when you think it can't get worse than this, another source comes out with more news. Bianca Censori's friends revealed that the architect has also been banned from using social media by her husband. According to The Insider, Kanye West said he doesn't want his wife to post herself on social media because he doesn't think she can handle the negative comments that people will drop. However, he posts pictures of her in racy outfits, topless, and in questionable poses. And he doesn't think that's an issue? What's worse is that this story may be true, because if you search for Bianca Censori on social media, there's no real account of the architect. Before now, Bianca Censori was active on social media and posted herself regularly. But now, there's nothing, and this could be an attempt to further isolate her from the world. When Kanye West had to justify why he doesn't want Bianca to use social media, he told her that she's now a celebrity, and if she wants to keep herself safe, she must maintain some sort of mystery. But what exactly is she keeping herself safe from if the person she trusts to guide her life is also posting racy pictures of her? If she can't post her pictures herself, why should Kanye be able to do it? When abusers get a victim, they age regress the person to infantilize them and go on to isolate them from people that can tell them about the abuse. Now, we're not accusing Kanye West of being an abuser, but he's moving like one based on the sign. Not only is Kanye West controlling Bianca Censori's online presence, he's also controlling what she eats. An insider revealed that he has a list of things she's allowed to eat and not eat, and it's also mandatory for her to exercise, although Kanye himself doesn't hit the gym. It appears he knows more about staying healthy, but doesn't care to do anything for himself. At this point, you can say Bianca Censori is trapped in her marriage because she evolved from being an architect to being Kanye's wife. It appears that she no longer has a mind of her own and would only do what her husband requests of her, and that's a telltale sign that somebody is getting abused. In several photo shoots of Bianca, you would see her scantily dressed with no expression on her face. One would wonder why she goes through the process of taking those pictures when she doesn't plan to share them. It would be understandable if she had a social media page to share her pictures, but she doesn't. It's like she's a puppet for Kanye West, doing whatever he wants and wearing whatever he likes. How she feels doesn't really matter to Kanye. As long as he gets his way, that's all that's important. Although Kanye West claimed that he wanted to keep Bianca Censori safe by keeping her off social media, he has consistently posted her on his own social media with a larger following. He has placed her at the mercies of trolls and people whose sole aim is to destroy others' confidence. Kanye West has placed Bianca up for ridicule from strangers by sharing intimate pictures of her that she didn't share on her social media. What's worse is that he's also giving people around them an excuse to share the pain Bianca is enduring. Bianca Censori's friends have had a lot to say about her relationship because they assume it's the only way she can get help. However, the more they talk, the more the issues get worse. While they're telling people that Bianca is getting emotionally abused and controlled, Kanye West goes on to do something more questionable to her. According to Bianca's friends, she had always been a popular kid in high school and gotten lots of male attention. But now she seems like a shadow of herself and only exists in Kanye's shadow. If Bianca Censori is being manipulated, we can't give a definitive answer. But there are lots of signs that point in that direction. And if that's the case, we hope she's bold enough to leave the same way Kim Kardashian hit the road. It could be easy for her to go no contact since they have no children for now. But as it stands, we wish Kanye West and Bianca Censori all the best in their marriage.